OjyOkpe. And this is our queen. And
good morning, Ruby on fire. How are you this Friday? This beautiful Friday morning.
Let me give you one new name.
Friday, right?
Let me give you one new name. I've called you many names.
Yes.
OjyOkpe, Pepper Dem, and everything.
Yes.
The shining light of Umukwata.
Hey, God,
I know that title will pepper a lot of people.
Some people, not a lot. I don't, maybe some.
The shining light.
Rufy on fire. How are you this morning?
Ukwani light.
Yes, light up Ukwani.
Light up Ukwani.
Your viewers love you, Rufy. Bring by our favorite Nigerian wife. Good morning. How are you this morning?
How you're very well yourself.
Light of Ukwani.
And
guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Yes.
She's wearing yellow.
Yes, I love yellow.
So even if people in the village do not finally give OjyOkpe a title, today, with the powers vested on me,
right,
I hereby confer on you the light of Ukwani.
Mbene. That's my language. It means thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, our favorite international correspondent. How are you this Friday? Are we partying this Friday? You know, I'll reveal your secret. All right. We do.
Yeah, well, this award is one of the light of Ukwani. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to the special Federal Executive Council session held in Abuja on Thursday to pay tribute to the late former President Muhammadu Buhari. During the session, President Tinubu lauded Buhari as a good, decent, and honorable man whose legacy of discipline, patriotism, and moral uprightness should continue to inspire future generations. He announced the renaming of the University of Maiduguri to Muhammadu Buhari University in honor of the late president. Tinubu highlighted Buhari's deep commitment to national security and unity, particularly in the Northeast, where the university is located, as a key reason for his posthumous honor. Let's take a look.
So those whom he loved most intimately, he was unfailingly tender, loyal, and good.
In honor of his memory, with this special session of the Federal Executive Council expanded,
we adopt naming of University of Maiduguri with a new name as Muhammadu Buhari University, Maiduguri.
Well, the renaming is seen as a lasting gesture to commemorate Buhari's significant impact on Nigeria. I'll take some tweets. This is from Mazu, who wrote, although I acknowledge his efforts towards counterinsurgency, that's Buhari, commitment towards nation building, strong ties with the northeastern part of the country, most especially Borno, I don't admire renaming of our esteemed universities after our past leaders, example, University of Abuja, University of Maiduguri, etc. Well, he went on to say the government should please endeavor building new infrastructure and institutions to be named after past leaders. Well, Dr. Yakubu Sani wrote, I believe this was done in good faith. I wish he renamed the Federal University of Transport in Daura instead. University of Maiduguri already has an established brand. Established institutions carry their names as a badge of honor. How would you feel if Harvard were renamed to Barack Obama University? Adefemi, how would you feel if it was renamed to Barack Obama University? I know you attended Harvard, but I'd like to hear from you, our favorite Niger wife. I mean, this renaming of the university, I mean, kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, though, for the way that he's honored our late president, Muhammadu Buhari. I mean, I think that he's done this renaming of the university in good faith, but a lot of Nigerians have, shared their own opinion, as I have read in my tweets there. What are your thoughts on the renaming of the school?
All right, but very quickly, Harvard is a private institution, so that was a bit of a poor example from the person who sent that tweet. But the example is duly noted. He's talking about an established brand being changed over. Now, first of all, I think it's a fantastic gesture to find ways to immortalize the late former president, especially in the Northeast, like they've already acknowledged, where he made a lot of his contribution. His mother is Kanuri. She's from that area, because a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, it should be Daura. But he also has roots in Borno State. As Northeast governor, that was part of his territory. And then as well as a military officer, when he was a brigadier, he operated in that area when they were fighting against Chadian troops. So the place has several ties to the late former president. But now the conversation around renaming our institutions, it's a conversation that is being revived, because this happened under Goodluck Jonathan, when Goodluck Jonathan decided that he wanted to rename UNILAG after MKO Abiola. And there were protests, there was kickback, it was so bad that he actually had to reverse that naming, and it reverted back to UNILAG. So there are now questions about our universities, our federal universities, and the significance they hold. Should they be hands-off when it comes to this type of thing? Because we don't have, nowhere in the Constitution does it say some things can't be named after certain people. But you do have to go back and make the amendment to the act that created that university, in this case being University of Maiduguri. And that was the argument with UNILAG, is they were saying that the University of Lagos Act, it wasn't amended through the necessary process, that a president cannot wake up one day and just say, I'm renaming this federal institution. So there are all those issues around it. But I was saying that I'm pretty sure the due process will be followed after this decree that has been made by the president. It will go through the assembly. It will. I don't have any doubt that anybody will block it. But the question is, those who hold the university dear to their heart, the stakeholders, the vice chancellor, the senate of the university, and so forth, it does say that they need to be consulted on this type of thing, because they are the people who hold the institution together. They're the people who drive and direct the institution. It's a federal institution, but there are people in that institution that make it work and ensure that it remains a reputable institution. So I think the debates are going to be heated. I think the debates are going to... We've only just seen the beginning of the debate, but ultimately I think it's all just going to end in debate. It's going to swim through all the necessary processes.
And that's exactly what is going to happen. And you know, the students at the University of Maiduguri, I mean, brace up, because that's the new name that will be renamed. Well, during the special Federal Executive Council session, Yusuf Buhari, the son of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, expressed profound gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other political leaders, as well as Nigerians at large, for their immense support and for giving his father a befitting state burial. Yusuf highlighted the widespread support received from the time of his father's illness until his passing on July 13th, 2025, stating that the support demonstrated that his father was regarded far more than a politician, but as a friend and a father. Other members of the Executive Council meeting extolled Tinubu for his unwavering support during Buhari's funeral, including the Minister of Works, David Umahi, who described the funeral as a moment of emotional outpouring and deep grief for the President and the First Lady. Let's take a look.
Mr. Chairman, my condolences first go to you, our dear President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. God made you his destiny helper, his friend, and his brother. The whole country and beyond acknowledge the honor you accorded him in life and the decent burial you offered him in death. His burial was a great moment of emotional outpour and deep grief for you and our First Lady. No wonder Arise News captured that moment greatly and joined other Nigerians to appreciate you. I too say you are a good brother, indisputably a good friend of our late president. To the family he left, I pray God to grant you the strength and the fortitude during this period of mourning.
All right, David Umahi there has joined many Nigerians to extol President Tinubu and, of course, the press. I mean, he did praise Arise News, but also want to give kudos to TVC News as well, because they were the people that we hooked up to during the funeral. I think that they were the only ones who were allowed to be at the burial ground during the ceremony. Adefemi Akinsoya.
Yes, sure. I echo that, actually, to thank TVC for their graciousness. I think this is a good example of like the camaraderie that we have within the media, that often it is something that does happen, especially as a field reporter.
Yes.
We do share content, so it is wonderful for them because, yes, they did have exclusive access to the gravesite area.
Yes.
And just as a wider kudos to the press, to Arise News, just that this is clearly something that broke a lot of hearts, that caught a lot of people unawares. And so to see that the press collectively have done a good job in making sure that the former president's journey onto the afterlife is one that is detailed his journey. It is something that we are, I can assume, all proud to be a part of.
Absolutely. I particularly, felt for Yusuf Buhari. It was quite emotional, and I thought that his speech there was well written. He did not leave out anyone. He also thanked the press. He thanked Nigerians at large. He also thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who we have hailed here as, the hero of this whole funeral service. Rufai.
I mean, it's quite a good one for that valedictory service of some sort. And it's quite very symbolic, to be held in honor of President Muhammadu Buhari. I still like to call them presidents. I don't like to put a former in front of it.
No, it's president. Once a president, always a president. So, yes.
And it's symbolic because at a point, too, President Buhari held his last feck before he left power. And it pretty much also reminds you of the symbolism of the big old sound, the last post that is always, produced during a funeral, and it just shows you the finality of life. And his children being there just shows you the continuation of life through the children. You can see Yusuf. I mean, proud to say, I've never heard Yusuf speak in public. Probably the only thing I remember about Yusuf was that accident that almost took his life. And it shows that Yusuf has made a very good recovery after that accident.
Correct.
And we're happy about that.
He's been really hailed on social media as what, very private. He's kept his private life private and like father, like son,
and
they said.
Umahi giving, kudos and commendations, to us, which is very good. And he also gave a very spirited speech about how he will do projects and President Buhari will come and be there. So it's a good way, to be able to wrap all of this up, and the symbolism of all of this is very apt.
Yes, absolutely.
But as regards the point you raised about one particular TV station getting exclusive rights, a call I got that day from a prominent person out of the north was the fact that why was it not the national broadcaster that should get the exclusive rights? I mean, anyway, I wasn't...
Yeah, we don't know the circumstances.
I didn't know... At first, I must have to say, I don't know the circumstance.
Correct,
because I was out that day with you. You were with me. All right? I was out that day with you. It was Chuchu's birthday. So I don't know the sense. So I wasn't watching. I don't know who dispensed what or whatever. So, and that was the call I got that day. And
Remember,
I said...
there was a large crowd, really.
Yeah, and I said that I am going to check,
movement,
so I do not know what transpired. But that's what the person said. Why was not the national broadcaster getting that exclusive right? I don't know what transpired. So it's just a feedback that somebody channeled through us.
Yes.
But all in all, the coverage was great. It shows that we can tell a proper human angle story in Nigeria, and we did a very fabulous job. And I'm going to give kudos to every media house out there.
Yes, kudos to them.
TVC, Channels TV, NTA, News Central, Arise TV.
Back-to-back coverage,
EOP, AIT, AFIA, name it.
Yes.
And please, too numerous to mention.
Right.
Because we all went out of our ways to give President Buhari a final befitting farewell, despite whatever you might think.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all have our reservations against him.
Right.
But also, we hope. And shout out to the producers behind, the directors, the cameramen.
That's from our producer, let me call him out.
Ayu Adena did a fabulous job. Nisi,
yes.
and also the producer and the cameramen.
Fantastic,
I think the true heroes of all of this reportage from TVC, Arise, AIT, or TV, were the cameramen. We don't celebrate them enough. So
all right.
the true heroes,
Rufa is giving thumbs up to the cameramen. All right. Well done. Well done.
I celebrate you guys.
At the end of the day, it was a befitting funeral for our late president. And again, we'll say kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for all the efforts. And of course, thank you, David Umahi, for the shout out. Well, we'll take another story now. Scott Iguma, a content creator who has been publicly accusing PWAN, a real estate company in Lagos, of defrauding customers by selling receipts instead of land and collecting payment without allocating property, was arrested and remanded in prison on Thursday by a Lagos State High Court in Ikoyi. Iguma is facing a 10-count charge of alleged criminal defamation and publication of false information against the real estate company. His arrest comes after he claimed that he submitted over 130 petitions from alleged victims of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission against PWAN. Let's take a look.
PWAN Real Estate Company, the real estate company that is selling receipts to people instead of land to the general public. I was at the EFCC again last week to submit another 25 petitions against PWAN. So we now have a total of 130 petitions that has been sent to the EFCC against PWAN. And we still have about 30-something victims that we are yet to file their petitions. Now, these are the acknowledgement slips that I got from the EFCC. You can see this first one, submission of investigation report and petition against PWAN Group and its subsidiaries. And you can see the EFCC stamp there, received 18th of June. So we've submitted 130 petitions to the EFCC against PWAN. So to the EFCC, I've done my part. It is now left for the EFCC and the law to do their own part, because the world is watching.
Well, all right. PWAN, through its managing director, has refuted Iguma's claims, describing them as malicious, defamatory, and injurious. The company stated that they had duly acquired the lands and explained that changes in Lagos State's land policy led to the incorporation of their estates into a new scheme, necessitating swaps or refunds for affected subscribers. Iguma's legal representatives, reacting to his arrest, argued that defamation is no longer a crime in Lagos, stating its decriminalization under the Lagos State Criminal Law of 2011, and that the police are being used as a tool for intimidation. However, PWAN has denied any involvement in Iguma's arrest, stating that he was being held for allegedly evading lawful police invitations and for the altercation with law enforcement officials, issues they claim are unrelated to the company. Iguma's arrest has elicited a flurry of reactions, with many social media users calling for his immediate release. Let me take Bab's case IG post. He wrote on Instagram, Nigerian police force, the people are losing faith in you. The more you give people reasons to totally lose faith in you. So Scott Iguma called out PWAN for fraudulent activities. Instead of investigating and persecuting PWAN, you decide to arrest the whistleblower? So money is really your motivator and not justice? This is a big shame to what the police is supposed to stand for. Release Scott now and do the needful. Restore your dignity and maybe people will start having faith in you. Don't be an enabler. Hashtag Free Scott Iguma now. Well, official Dotec wrote on Instagram as well, in a saner climb, PWAN should have been the ones brought in and detained and questioned by the Nigerian police force when Scott Iguma raised all the concerns and allegedly all the fraudulent acts from them. Nigeria police should stop being used as a tool for intimidation. They should know when to spring into action and do a diligent investigation and find out why citizens are raising concerns over a certain issue. Well, Felix Glenn wrote, now where are all those that he was fighting for? Why can't they go to the court with their evidences or storm the office of PWAN to demonstrate their dissatisfaction with the company deeds? Where are all those victims that gave him receipts? Shame on all the victims. Shame on you. I mean, this is such a big story. I see, Rufai, that you want to jump quickly into it. Go ahead.
So I want to jump on it, but before I jump on it, I just got some clarification here by somebody that's privy to the matter as regards. I said somebody called me that why was only one channel getting the exclusive. He said, no, that was not the case. He said they just had more boots on the ground as at that point in time.
That's what I said. I said exactly that. Go ahead, Rufai.
No, I'm getting authentication from somebody that was on ground.
No, that's what I said. I had that information as well.
Yeah. As regards P1, the biggest faux pas P1 has made is to go ahead and this skirmish will happen. Because they actually reported to the police, cyber defamation, and it's always a big problem because there's no how we'll see them as high-handed. We'll see them as high-handed. If people bring forward a matter, it is for you to be able to explain your side of the story. And this is the advice I give to all of them. Most of these real estate companies, I know them by the virtue of my job, being on radio for so many years. When most of these companies were coming up, they came to do live appearance on the radio station I work, so I know most of them. As regards Scott Iguma, he had forwarded over 100 petitions to the EFCC. The question is, where is the EFCC investigation into all of this petition? And P1 going ahead, they said they first called a meeting among both parties. The petitioner-in-chief did not show up, his lawyers showed up. They didn't reach an agreement until all of this falling out happened. And they cited cybersecurity law. That's not the way to go. Because what you have just done is, people that didn't even know that Scott Iguma was shouting about P1 today, they now all know P1. Prior to this time, Arise didn't mention P1, but you have put yourself in problem. And that's the advice you are giving a lot of these guys. Because see, when Scott started talking about Sujimoto went there and addressed himself, and Scott became an advocate for Sujimoto.
Eventually, yes.
By saying that, oh, the things I raised, he had cleared all of it. So engagement is key. If you have your own point of view, you will have contacted them and engaged. But all of this ego play, if I have any advice for P1, at first, take anything you are doing out of the public eye, because already in the public eye. Take cases out of courts. Let engagement begin. Because in the end, what people will keep saying is, it is that P1 we go arrest Scott because Scott called them out for people that they didn't deliver their property to. That thing will never get off the media so easily. So it's a bad move. You P1 people do better. They said they've taken him to court as of today.
Well, I think that his case is going to go on, I think, on Monday or so. I think he's going to spend the weekend in jail.
And you see, so they use the loopholes in Abuja to detain people that way. He spent the weekend there. You violated his right already.
That's it. That's it.
And it's very sad. And you know, this also takes us back to the case of Dele Farotimi.
Those are the issues.
So, people, you cannot see the publicity. Arise, don't carry them. You see your life on the veranda.
Well, we will definitely follow up on this story. Users on social media have demanded for his release. We at Arise News here are calling for a thorough investigation into this matter. And of course, I'll follow up on the story. Let's take another story now. Former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, who is facing a 16-count charge of alleged criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion naira, and a separate 80.2 billion naira money laundering case at the Federal High Court in Abuja, has reportedly married his fourth wife, Hiqma, in a private ceremony held in Abuja. The news was confirmed by his third wife, Hafisa Yahaya Bello, who posted about the new addition to their family on Instagram, extending a warm welcome to Hiqma. Let's take a look. Vimbai was dancing here with me. I'm like, are you a serious fellow? Okay, I know you do. Well, you know what? The wedding was a private affair attended by close friends and family. This development comes amid ongoing legal issues for the former governor. On Thursday, the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja declined the former governor's application for the release of his international passport, which he sought to travel to the United Kingdom for medical treatment. The judge ruled that the court could not grant the request because Bello's passport was not in its custody. She explained that the passport was instead deposited with the Federal High Court as part of bail conditions in a separate money laundering case. The money laundering case in the Federal Capital Territory High Court has been adjourned to October 8th and 9th and November 13th, 2025 for the continuation of the hearing. Vimbai, our favorite Niger wife. I saw you dancing. I mean, this man is facing all of these money laundering charges. Social media is awash with the conversation about the fact that he wanted to travel to the United Kingdom because of health issues. And now we're seeing that he got married last week. And the wife, the third wife, is actually celebrating the fourth wife. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, what a wonderful thing it is, right? I don't think this is the headline that Nigerians want to hear about Yahaya Bello, to be honest with you. But so be it. It just goes to show you what happens when the court takes your passport and you're stuck in Nigeria. Well, what more to do than to multiply and be merry, right? You know, his faith allows him to do so, and he clearly has the capacity and the capability to look after all of the wives that he has, and the wives themselves look really happy to possibly have a little bit of the burden of looking after him relieved by having an associate in doing their work. But on a serious note, I'm just glad that where our legal system is concerned, they are, shall I use the term, they're pressing his neck. Because this is how somebody would say that, oh, they're traveling for health, for medical reasons, for health reasons. This is somebody who built a hospital in Kogi State during his tenure. And I believe one of the prosecutors was saying that, no, go to the hospital that you built. You know, you said you built a world-class hospital. Is it in Lokoja or so? So you should be able to get your medical care there. But now it's clear that you probably didn't really have any health reasons. Maybe you wanted to take a bit of a honeymoon. Maybe just needed a bit of a breather from Nigeria. I'm not sure if the wife has traveled. Maybe the wife needed to go for wedding shopping. No, but I'm saying that
somebody said they saw him looking healthy, looking strong and healthy. But
all I'm saying is that you can kill several birds with one stone. Yes. He can go for his medical checkup. His wife can enjoy a honeymoon and can also do some shopping for the wedding. It can all happen.
Which wedding? The second wedding?
Collabo.
There's going to be another bigger wedding. Do we know that?
No. I meant before this particular marriage happened.
Okay, we have to go.
With due respect, Oji. A man is going through hard times. He needs to cure his heart health.
Okay. It's heart health.
So
okay.
if
heart
he's been inundated with troubles with EFCC and all of that, at least he needs to cure his heart health. Okay. And what cures the heart health?
Love. Rufai, okay. You have to young blood. Well, what can we are congratulating Yahaya Bello on the occasion of his fourth marriage.
How many now?
Four. This is the fourth one. Yes. Okay. Well, all right. We will follow up on the story. Adifemi. We'll take our milestone story now. Let's take our story on the milestones. Highlighting Britain's Queen Camilla, who has achieved a historic milestone by being appointed Vice Admiral of the United Kingdom by her husband, King Charles III. The appointment makes her the first woman ever to hold the prestigious honorary title and only the second member of the royal family to do so. While the historic appointment was made on July 16th, the eve of her 78th birthday, during a ceremony at the HM Naval Base, Devonport. During the event, Queen Camilla visited HMS Astute, a submarine she has sponsored since its naming in 2007. Her long-standing dedication and unwavering support for the Royal Navy were explicitly cited as reasons for the unprecedented appointment, which dates back to the mid-16th century, established by King Henry VIII. The ceremony marked the end of the submarine's remarkable 15-year first commission, with Queen Camilla inspecting a guard of honor and participating in formal proceedings, including the lowering of flags and the playing of the national anthem. She also received a chairship salute and posed for a photo with the submarine's current and former commanding officers.
Slow ups!
Seems strange this time.
3 cheers for Her Majesty the Queen! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah! Ship's company on caps! Hip hip! Hurrah! Ship's company on caps!
So congratulations, Camilla. Queen Camilla. The appointment is not just a birthday gift from the King, but a testament to the Queen's consistent and impactful support for the United Kingdom's armed forces. The ceremony also marks a significant movement for the British monarchy in recognizing Queen Camilla's evolving and prominent role within the royal family. What a great milestone. We'll take our good news report now by highlighting Zenith Bank, which has once again solidified its position as a leader in Nigeria's financial sector by being recognized as Nigeria's Bank of the Year at the prestigious Euromoney Awards. Well, this latest award from Euromoney, a benchmark in the global banking industry, reinforces Zenith Bank's dedication to maintaining international best practices and delivering superior value to its customers and stakeholders. The award ceremony, which took place at the Peninsula London Hotel in London on Thursday, July 17th, underscores Zenith Bank's consistent excellence in various aspects of banking, including strong financial performance, innovative digital solutions, robust corporate governance, and a sustained commitment to customer satisfaction.
We celebrate Nigeria's best bank. Huge congratulations to Zenith Bank.
Congratulations, Zenith Bank. The annual Awards for Excellence celebrates financial institutions that demonstrate leadership, innovation, and resilience in their markets. Winning the Euromoney Awards for Excellence is considered a high distinction, as this year's edition saw a record number of over 770 entries from world-class financial institutions all over the world, including HSBC, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, Barclays, Standard Bank, and Development Bank of Singapore. Zenith Bank has frequently been lauded for its leadership in Tier 1 capital, its advanced digital offerings, and its overall contribution to the Nigerian economy. Congratulations to Jimovia and, of course, the entire staff of Zenith Bank. They continue to soar high. Nigeria's Bank of the Year. Really, a quick word from you, Adefemi, before we take our final story.
Oh, absolutely. Huge congratulations both to Jim Ovia and also to Adaora Umoji, who is, of course, at the helm of Zenith Bank. And we continue to see them continuing to achieve great things, not just in Nigeria, but abroad. So huge congratulations to the entire Zenith Bank family. Well done.
I mean, kudos, Jim Ovia. Real huge congratulations. We'll take our final story under entertainment. Again, kudos, Jim Ovia. Well, Grammy Award-winning musician Burna Boy surprised fans this week with an impromptu performance at London's King Cross in the United Kingdom, alongside popular TikTok DJ AJ. The superstar artist shut down the arena, drawing a massive crowd that sang along to hit songs like Yay and Last Last. Let's take a look.
This one I do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me like bad.
This one I do we go. I mean, Burna Boy continues to inspire. I don't know why my producer is singing and laughing in my ear, but you can tell the power of Burna Boy. The event showcased Burna Boy's immense drawing power and ability to turn a casual street DJ set into a full-blown concert experience, further solidifying his global presence. What can we say? Odogu Burna, as always, African giant. Really, I was very impressed with him. But I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. You all go have a great weekend. Well, all right. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all next week.
I no get time, I did da.